Hello, teachers. So today I'm going to show you um, some basic steps to set up your Zoom before you even begin virtually teaching. All right, so first you're going to sign in. You're going to go to zoom.com and then you're going to sign in. Sign in, you can sign in with Google. All right, so when you sign in, you're going to see a couple of tabs. Up top, you're going to have upcoming meetings. That's if you have any meetings set, previous meetings, personal meeting rooms, meeting templates. All right, also on the side, you're going to see personal, profile, meeting, webinars, recording, settings. All right, first thing I want you to do is look at your profile. You can add a picture if you want, or you can keep it blank and it'll just show your name. You can have at least 100 students in a meeting. So if you wanted to break it off into this teacher teach ELA at 1, the next teacher teaches math at 2, and you kind of be the kind of co-teacher for the other teacher to kind of control management, you all can do that as well. All right, you want to make sure your time zone is set to Central Time. This will confuse the kids if they sign in a little early. All right, you can set your date format however you want. Save your changes. And that's pretty much it under profile. That's all you need to do. When you go to your meetings on the side, so here you'll see all your meetings that you have available. As you can see, I have my meeting is tomorrow with my kids at 1 and Thursday. And I have it set up to where it reoccurs, and I will show you how to do that. All right, so first we want to go to schedule a meeting. Name the meeting whatever you want to name it. Let me say Zoom 101. You can put in description. You put in what day you want to have this meeting. So if I wanted to set this for tomorrow, I would click on the 5th for, 1 o'clock. My time frame, I'll 1 hour is fine. Make sure it's set to Central Time. And if you want the meetings, you know that for the next couple of weeks, you know what time and days you're going to be teaching. You can hit recurring meetings or meeting. And you can set it up. Okay, I'm going to meet weekly with my students. I'm going to meet on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And it's going to end on June. Let's end it. All right, let's go back. Let's end it May 21st. All right, so that's telling me that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm going to meet with my students for 1 hour at 1 o'clock. So from 1 to 2, I'm going to meet my students weekly, and it's already set up for the next couple of weeks. I don't have to come back and create another link. All right, so of course, all meetings require a password now, and that will be generated for you. All right, you want to make sure my video is off when I'm coming on, and participant videos are off. You want to make sure that the audio for both computer and telephone is on though, because some students do connect with their telephone. So you want to make sure both audio systems are on. All right, meeting options. Do not enable join before host, because that means you will have students on there waiting before you. Also, you want to mute your students upon entering the classroom, because they'll be very, very loud. You also want to check to enable a waiting room. That means that students are waiting for you to start your classroom. So they're not joining before you come. They are actually waiting for you to come and accept them into the classroom. So it's no foul play, no inappropriate things happening You want to make sure you hit save at the end to save all your new settings. All right. Then webinars, just explaining about webinars and recordings. It's explaining about the recordings. So let's look at settings. All right, so in your settings, you want to make sure certain things are selected, like your telephone and audio. Make sure this is off. They cannot join before you. Make sure you have this selected. And it may be selected for you already based on Zoom settings. Set up a personal ID meeting. And you also want to make sure a password is required. And it seems like Zoom has made that a requirement. All right, passwords. All right, so like Zoom have all the password things set up for you all already. Make sure participants are muted upon entry. Let's see. Okay, in your chat room, have this selected. Prevent participants from saving chats. That means if we're chatting, they can't save anything. And I turned this off because I don't want to allow any private chats, any private one-on-ones, students chatting privately. So turn this one off for sure. Okay, and hosts and participants can send files. This is if you want to drop a file in the chat room. You put a link in the chat room, so make sure that it's on. All right, screen sharing. All right, so who can share the screen with you? All right, so you can allow all participants to share the screen. That's if you want them to display what they are doing on their end, or if you know whatever you're doing, you're going to be in control. You don't need the participants to do anything. You would select host only. And who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? Only the host. No one else can share. You want to make sure your annotation button is on as well. It allows the students to annotate on different screens or PowerPoints, or if you want them to, if you're reading a story and you want them to highlight some important information, it allows them to do that. Make sure your whiteboard is on. It's just like the whiteboard we use at school, and allow you to show examples and models for the kids. All right. You want to have your remote control on and your non-verbal feedback. Non-verbal feedback is like a thumbs up or a high five. I did allow my students to rename themselves just for fun, but if you want to take that off, you can. All right, so this is a cool feature. I'm not sure how many of you want to try, but make sure this is on. So basically, this is creating smaller rooms or small groups, and you're inside the Zoom classes itself. Allow hosts to assign participants to breakout rooms and scheduling. Okay, so you can assign your students to the breakout rooms when you are scheduling your meetings, if you already know who's going to be participating with you, or you can do it inside of the actual Zoom meeting. I'll show you how to do that in the next video. If you want your closed caption on, so students can understand what you're saying, or if you talk too fast, you may want to turn this on. Virtual backgrounds. I do allow my students to have virtual backgrounds, but if there's something you do not want, please turn it off. And make sure your waiting room is on. So okay. Make sure all these buttons are on. And that's pretty much it when we're trying to schedule and set up our Zoom. All right. Then the next video we'll actually log into Zoom and show some of the programs or resources on the actual Zoom program. And if you want to copy and paste this meeting